Let's do a little mix.
Let's go. Juvenile's here. The new album tomorrow. What's the title of the album? You and
Jag, Just Another Gangster.
Just Another Gangster.
Yeah.
How did you and Birdman move forward? Can you talk us through what the public should know about how you guys put the past issues behind to get to where we are today?
I don't know if everybody know that, but I would dispute over money, and the numbers that I was disputing over. When we put Juvie the Great out, that was kind of like they paid me off. They paid me off. The album went platinum, and I collected most of the pretty much all the money from the proceeds from that. So we been clear.
So the business has been good.
Yeah, we been good. So I was trying to make people understand, man, I never had no hard feelings after that. My whole thing was the money. And once I got the money, you didn't hear nothing else come out of Juvie. I did my little thing with Atlantic and my UTP thing. And, of course, time heals all. Any kind of animosity we had between each other was definitely going to be gone. I don't hold grudges. I'm not one of them people to hold a grudge or be mad at you about something that happened 20 years ago. Time to move on with life, and I'm ready to I hit him with the same thing, man. It's time for us to do music.
So did you, in this process of putting this album together with Birdman, did you try to say, hey, Manny, let's figure this out, or you knew that was...
Me and Manny, I go to Manny's house all the time and do music with him. So it's kind of like Manny with me, period.
No, but I mean for this particular project with Birdman.
We kind of like we was doing it already. Like once you get locked in, and it was no knock on Manny. We got locked in with one producer on this project, and we liked the way it was going, so we just kept it going.
So
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say we all have our own get the gang back.
Everybody.
That's our own selfish fandom, but y'all got to do what y'all got to do.
Yeah, when you hear it, you'll see why we kept the same producer.
So who started the initial conversation of trying to start working together present time?
We've been talking over the years.
So
I'd be a lie if I could tell you he did it or I did it, because I really don't know which one, because we always, when we see each other, we kick it. So I really don't know. I really don't know.
Let's go back again to the 400 Degrees era. Were you, so Huh played constantly, and I was like, well, no, there's no record that could play as much as this record's playing, because this record's just out of control. And then Back That Ass Up comes out. Did you even fathom what the hell was going on when that record blew up? Like, that it could blow up on that level?
Nah, I didn't know. I thought it was gonna be a New Orleans hit, because it had the bounce.
Yep.
Again, it had the bounce sound to it. I didn't know, man. Be honest, I thought Han was gonna be it as far as the biggest song on my album, and the other song I really wanted to be a single was 400 Degrees. That never materialized, but I just thought Han was gonna be it for me.
How many times platinum did Back That Ass Up go?
I don't even know as a single. I don't think in that era we was doing.
You were
singles.
worrying about the single. It was just the album.
I think the album sold 5 times platinum. Oh. Back then, Cash Money, when we first came to Universal, that was kind of our game. No singles. You had to kind of buy the whole album. Yeah.
Did you know it was going to become a teenage white girl anthem?
Hell no. Man, look,
in your mind, you was like, yo, I know I'm going to get white America.
Another thing.
Another
thing, I think up until that song, it was a few songs that you would hear at weddings, at wedding, a lot of weddings. Now, I think Back That Ass Up is the #1 wedding song.
Yo, it's a big, when that beginning comes on, and it's a rare record that has a very slow intro that almost always gets played from the top.
Yeah,
everyone drops.
Oh, you gotta have everybody gotta get in position, man.
Yeah.
You gotta find somebody like who I got. I need one.
One over there, big booty brother.
Yeah, I need one. Where one
BBB.
Did you ever get sick of it, or were you always happy with hearing it?
I mean, man, I'm happy. I mean, I'm still touring. Right now, we're doing the Legends of Southern Hip Hop tour.
Wow.
And I'm still getting the same reactions, so it's crazy.
Who else on that tour, by the way?
Yeah.
8 Ball, MJG, Too Short. Who else?
The fact that Too Short's on the Legends
Bun
of Southern
B,
Hip
the
Hop
list.
is incredible.
You
That's
know,
a whole separate combo.
You know what's crazy about
Scarface,
it? Too Short actually got a lot of New Orleans family members and all through it. So he kind of like part of us
it's
too.
Interesting, right? So Master P used to live in Richmond, California,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's some New Orleans Bay Area
connection. Yeah, you're right.
As far as families moving out to the shipyards.
Hey man, E40 went to school in Louisiana. He went to Grambling. He knows his way around the city. So it's the same thing.
And then you get a call from the City Girls when they want to sample you, how do you feel about the City Girls?
You want me to tell you the truth? I don't even know who they are.
Oh my
You could
God.
put a picture in front of me. I couldn't tell you who they are.
They're
I'm
popping.
I know I hear the music, but I'm saying, I'm just
Visually.
Yeah.
I just done a song with me, G-Eazy in London and the City Girls on it. You know, so and that's going to be a big record.
That sounds like a big
But I'm
record.
just, I got to be honest. I never saw him. I really don't know
So
who it is.
you are now entering that phase of your career. I don't know if you ever knew you would get here, where you are now the legend of a certain sound and era that people grew up on,
They call me Uncle, man.
and they want you on, but they want you on the record now, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's starting to get a little frequent right now. Like a lot of the new artists say we grew up on you. We grew up on you. My mama love you, and I just want to do a song with you. So it's more like
I was born
getting me off the bucket
because back
list.
that ass
I'm the
up
bucket
happened.
list artist.
My
You know what
parents
I'm
met
saying?
to back that ass up.
Yeah.
My mom got pregnant that night.
If it wouldn't be for you, if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be no me. Thank you, man.
Did you see this? Lil Wayne's lyric notebook from 1999 is on sale at $250,000.
I could be honest with you. He had notebooks, a lot of them. He had notebooks, and he started practicing not writing. So that I don't know how good I ain't been in the studio with him in a long time, so I don't know how good he is with it. But I know he started not just straight off the top of the head with everything.
And so when you had him on the Wobble D, when you had him doing that on Back That Ass Up.
Oh, he wanted to be he had a whole verse for it. We just had to. Manny wanted to be on it, so it was like he got cut down to be on the end like that. But he had a whole verse.
And
for
where
that.
was Wayne's rapping at? Because you said "How" was a poem, so you was already in your
Wayne
bag
was
with
somewhere
rapping.
else, man. Wayne was listening to Outkast and a lot of New York rappers. Like he was listening to Jay-Z like crazy.
Studying.
His skill level was crazy. Then you got to remember Wayne was smart in school. Like he wasn't no dummy. So he was real tricky with his words, real witty. He been like that.
So do you realize when he was just a kid that he was a
I've
prodigy?
been saying. I remember I came to High 97 years ago, man. I don't know whose show I was on, and I said, Wayne is the future.